Chaos exploded on WWE SmackDown Live tonight as two of wrestling's most unpredictable forces, Roman Reigns and CM Punk, stunned the WWE Universe with a savage and unexpected assault on World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and rising star Bron Breakker. What began as a seemingly routine night quickly spiraled into utter mayhem when Reigns, returning after weeks away, and Punk, with fire in his eyes, joined forces in a calculated and brutal attack that left both Rollins and Breakker battered and broken in the ring. The shocking alliance between these former rivals sent shockwaves through the locker room and fans alike, shattering old rivalries and igniting new tensions. As medical personnel rushed to the ring and the crowd gasped in disbelief, one thing was clear. WWE SmackDown Live had just been rocked to its core, and a dangerous new chapter in WWE history had begun. A tense beginning. Rumors, anticipation, and rising stakes. The evening began under a heavy cloud of tension and swirling rumors. Weeks of speculation had teased the possibility of Roman Reigns and CM Punk, two bitter rivals with a long, turbulent history, secretly plotting something behind the scenes. Fans and insiders alike dismissed the idea as absurd, given their deeply entrenched animosity. Yet the air was thick with unease, as if the WWE Universe subconsciously braced itself for something monumental. Seth Rollins, the reigning World Heavyweight Champion, stood poised and confident, fresh off yet another dominant title defense. His chiseled frame gleamed under the arena lights, and his piercing gaze scanned the crowd as he prepared to address the WWE Universe. Darkness falls, the ambush unfolds, just as the arena settled into the rhythm of a typical SmackDown. The unexpected struck. The lights abruptly dimmed, plunging the stadium into near-total darkness. A collective murmur of confusion rippled through the crowd as whispers speculated whether it was a mere technical glitch or the prelude to something far more sinister. Then, piercing through the shadow, the haunting tribal drums and commanding entrance theme of Roman Reigns blasted through the speakers. The crowd erupted in a cacophony of cheers and shocked gasps, their excitement tinged with apprehension. Reigns, the tribal chief, hadn't been seen in weeks, his absence fueling wild speculation about his future. Now, as he appeared on the stage, every eye was locked on him. A sinister alliance, Reigns and Punk's coordinated assault. The two men, whose history had been defined by bitter clashes and ideological wars, moved toward the ring with a shared silent mission. Seth Rollins instinctively backed away, microphone lowered, sensing the palpable danger. From the side entrance, Bron Breakker appeared, his protective instincts kicking in as he hurried to even the odds, determination flashing in his eyes. But it was already too late. The trap had been set with chilling precision. Without warning, the ambush commenced. Punk struck first, a sudden brutal flying knee, launched with pinpoint accuracy, caught Rollins square in the chest, sending the champion crashing into the unforgiving turnbuckles. The impact echoed through the arena, a harsh reminder of the violence unfolding. The aftermath, a message of domination and warning. The ring lay littered with battered bodies, broken and bruised. An eerie silence descended, the crowd stunned into reverence and horror. Roman Reigns grabbed a microphone, his voice cold and commanding as he stared directly into the cameras, delivering a chilling proclamation. "We warned you. We are the reckoning. And this is just the beginning." CM Punk said nothing, letting his burning eyes convey a message more potent than words. Together they embodied the raw fury and calculated menace of men on a mission, not seeking redemption, but reclaiming power at any cost. Medical personnel rushed to attend to Rollins and Breakker, weaving through the chaos as Reigns and Punk stood tall, their silhouettes framed by the flashing arena lights, WWE, for the first time in years, felt genuinely unstable, unpredictable, and dangerous. An alliance forged in chaos, power, control, and vengeance. Roman Reigns and CM Punk, once bitter enemies locked in ideological warfare, have now formed an alliance forged in chaos and destruction. The image of these two titans, standing side by side, is one that shocks and captivates the WWE Universe, raising questions that hang heavy in the air like a storm about to break. What dark force could have brought these adversaries together? Was their alliance simply a cold, tactical move born out of convenience, or is there a deeper, far more sinister pact at play? Seth Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, who had been standing tall as a beacon of resilience, now finds himself at the epicenter of this violent upheaval. Is Rollins the primary target of their wrath, an obstacle to be eliminated, or just a pawn sacrificed in a grander, meticulously crafted plan to dismantle WWE's power structure from within? The implications reach far beyond one man's fate. Backstage fallout, chaos, fear, and uncertainty. Behind the scenes, the atmosphere was nothing short of chaotic. WWE's chief content officer, Triple H, was seen storming the dimly lit corridors with an expression etched with fury, disbelief, and determination. His rapid strides and sharp glances betrayed a man grappling with the enormity of what had just transpired. Cameras captured fleeting moments of whispered conversations among superstars, some wide-eyed with fear, others exchanging hurried theories. The uncertainty was palpable. Several wrestlers chose to leave the arena early, their faces pale, shadows of concern darkening their features as they silently wondered if they would be next in line for such a merciless attack. The locker room, usually a place of camaraderie and focus, was now a pressure cooker of tension and speculation. Psychological warfare. A new threat emerges. This ambush transcended physical violence. It was psychological warfare, at its most brutal and calculated. Seth Rollins, known for his resilience and ability to face every challenger head-on, was now staring down a threat that was unlike anything he had encountered before. This was not merely the menace of Roman Reigns or CM Punk as individuals, but the terrifying synergy of their combined rage, intellect, and strategic planning. Their alliance embodies a new breed of menace, an unstoppable force bent on dismantling WWE's hierarchy with ruthless precision. The attack sent a clear message. The status quo will no longer stand. This was a well-orchestrated strike, not just against Rollins or Breakker, but against the very structure of power WWE has upheld for years. The psychological impact reverberates through every locker room corner, every WWE fan's mind, shaking confidence and sowing doubt. Bron Breakker's rude awakening, the harsh truth of stardom. For Bron Breakker, the assault was a rude awakening, a brutal reminder that the road to superstardom is littered with unexpected dangers. His rapid ascent had painted a picture of inevitable greatness, but tonight shattered that illusion, exposing the harsh truth of what it means to rise in the ruthless world of WWE. When you climb the ranks quickly, you become a target. Breakker is now at a crossroads, caught in the eye of a storm far larger than any personal rivalry. This was no ordinary feud. This was a war for power, control, and vengeance, forces that will shape WWE's future. Breakker's raw talent and undeniable potential will now be tested, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. His response to this adversity could define whether he becomes a legend or fades into the background of WWE history. The Reckoning. Power struggles and the future of WWE. Roman Reigns has long fought to solidify his role as the undisputed head of the table, the apex predator in WWE's hierarchy. His reign has been marked by dominance, control, and an iron grip on the company's direction. CM Punk, conversely, has dedicated much of his career to challenging that very structure. He has been the disruptor, the voice of rebellion, and the man who aims to tear down the chains of control that Reigns and his faction represent. Together, their alliance is a volatile mixture of power and chaos, threatening to rewrite WWE's rules of engagement. This new dynamic creates an unpredictable battlefield where the lines between friend and foe blur, and every move could alter the course of history. The beginning of a new saga. The attack wasn't just a shocking moment. It was a cataclysmic event that marked the prologue to a far greater, darker story. Betrayal, ambition, and the ruthless thirst for power now fuel a saga that promises to redefine WWE's landscape. Alliances forged in the shadows and rivalries reignited with fierce intensity are setting the stage for battles that will shake WWE to its very core. The WWE Universe stands at the brink of a war unlike any before, where every move could shift the balance of power and rewrite history. This is more than just wrestling. It's a war for the soul of WWE itself. Fans must stay locked in, because what's coming next will test loyalties, challenge legacies, and push every superstar to their limits.